Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be using our Zgrills. So let me get it set up. We'll take off our cover. Let's get our grill plugged in and let's get ready to cook. Today we're going to be making some smoked meatball subs, and we're also going to make the tomato sauce. We just need a few ingredients for this recipe. We're going to need a pan. To our pan we're going to add some oil. We're going to add our tomatoes. We'll season that with a little salt, some fresh cracked pepper, some garlic and onion powder. You can use fresh garlic if you like. We'll also add a little bit of Italian herbs. And these are dried. So what the deal is with this is you're going to cook these and you want the tomatoes to pop. And when they pop, what they're doing is they're losing their water. The water's evaporating off, cooking off. The pectin in them is cooking it down, and you're turning it into a sauce that will emulsify and pull up the oil and the seasonings, the spices. And yes, I'm using store-bought meatballs. It was just easier. Let's get our grill set, and we're going to go ahead and put this pan on there now. And we're going to take our meatballs and we're going to put them on the rack right above the pan. Okay. So now what's going to happen is as the meatballs render down, the fat from the pork and beef in there is going to come down into the pan and help these tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and give them a little stir, get that seasoning and oil all around them, and we're going to let it cook. We'll check back on them in a little while. Again, we're using our Zgrills pellet grill. Let's make sure we've got pellets. We sure do. We're using oak. I'm going to go ahead and we'll put some of the probes in there. Let's see what we're doing, all right? We're already getting a nice smoke in there. And I know, I started off with gloves, took them off, but man. So that was like the purpose of putting all of that in there before I got it started, was to super smoke it, okay? So we'll come back and we'll check on that soon. We're gonna go ahead and start the app and we'll monitor the cook temp. Look at how much smoke that is putting out, man. That is dope. Roll smoke. All right, guys, so it's been about 40 minutes. Let's see what's going on. Let's check on those tomatoes. See what we've got going on. A few of them have burst already. We don't want them to go just a little bit more. And as you can see, you've got some of the fat dripping down from those meatballs already. They've taken on some smoke. Not overly smoky, but just grabbing that smoke. So I'm excited to see what this tastes like. So we have achieved our temperature that we're looking for. We've got a couple more steps. But what I want to do right now is we'll go ahead and we'll split these buns. And we'll just go ahead and cut through each one of these rolls so that we can open them up. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can go ahead and toast these, a little bit of garlic butter, and give them a nice toast. That would be a nice step for this. All right, Let's see what we've got going on over here in the grill. So our meatballs are up to temperature. I'm going to go ahead and remove the probes. For our tomatoes, we just want to help them out a little bit and pop them a little bit more. Okay. All right, now I just want to drop these meatballs down into our sauce. Now we're going to turn up the temperature. We'll turn up our temp to 325, and we're going to let them cook for, let's let that simmer for about 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes would be good to help us remove some of the moisture out of those tomatoes, kind of concentrate those flavors, maybe soften up the meatballs just a little bit, but continue to pick up some of that smoke right here on our Zgrills pellet grill. All right, so it's been a little over 30 minutes. Let's see. Got some nice sauce building going on. It's concentrating down, sticking to the meatballs. Let's build these sandwiches. Let's get some of our sauce in there. What do you think? Maybe 4 meatballs? Yeah, 4 meatballs in there. Let's go ahead and we'll add our sauce. Now let's take some Parmesan cheese. You could add some mozzarella, you could add some provolone, you could add any good melty cheese into this right now. If you had some fresh basil or fresh oregano, you could add that in right now too. And we're just gonna take this, we'll take these sandwiches over to the smoker and we'll let that cheese melt. So now we'll go ahead and run it through the power down cycle and let it run, okay? Let it run. We're gonna take advantage of the heat that's already in there. And that'll help us to kind of melt that Parmesan a little bit more. Toast up those buns. Did you know that right now Zgrills has a great grill deal going on? When you buy one grill, you're gonna get a new grill every 5 years for the next 50 years. That's 11 grills for the price of one. You just pay for shipping. It is transferable. This means you can give it off to kids, family members, relatives. Whoever has that original purchase receipt will be able to buy a new grill. You want to give a gift to somebody, well, all you got to do is pay $100 to move that up and then $100 shipping. So for $200 you can speed that up and you can get the grill sent faster. Check it out, Zgrills. I've been cooking on it for a little over a month now and all kinds of stuff. Right now we're making meatball subs, smoked meatball subs. Can't wait to show you how good they turn out. All right guys, check out these beautiful smoked meatball subs we made using our Zgrills grill. Let me go ahead and set up the next shot and we'll try a bite of these guys. All right guys, so here's our meatball sandwich. Let's take a bite. So first off, you get a little bit of smokiness. That meatball is nice and meaty. Oh wow, that cherry tomato sauce. Cherry tomatoes are already sweet. They're already concentrated tomato flavor. So then we smoked them and cooked them down. My mouth is watering right now waiting for this next bite. So the cherry tomatoes are kind of intense. If you want to do this recipe, feel free to double the tomatoes. That way you can have more sauce. This was just barely enough sauce to be able to make it into these 3 sandwiches. But yeah, this is killer. Thank you for checking it out here at the Chef's Backyard. Again, my name is John. I've been cooking on YouTube for about 12 years. Got a lot of recipes. Hope you get to check them out. Right now we're doing a lot of grilling, a lot of smoking. So good. So we're exploring different culinary techniques and trying to use what I've learned in the kitchens to bring them out here to your backyard. That way you can cook with confidence in your own backyard because you've been watching the Chef's Backyard. We'll see you soon here at the Chef's Backyard. Peace! Happy dance, happy dance. Go on and get your bite.